Hey, Ag Teacher Thoughts here, coming at you with another video. It is end of the day. End of the day on a long week, and it's only Monday. Yeah, it's been a tough one. So one of the things I thought I'd cover today is a little bit about uh, nurserymen and kind of why you want to have a nurseryman that's excited about plants. So the reason I was thinking about it is I got a shipping notification today. So I got a notification from a company that I've hinted about. It's a company called Light Bio, and they are a genetic engineering firm here in Idaho that has worked to develop a petunia that glows in the dark. So this is not a petunia where you put a black light on it, or not a petunia that you put in the sun to charge it up and then it, glows for a few minutes afterwards. This is a genetically engineered petunia that will actually glow on its own, kind of like a firefly does. So I got my shipping notification today, which means it'll be here soon. Hopefully it won't be in transit for too long. But it's a plant that I'm really, really excited about. And that's really what got me thinking about, what makes a good nurseryman. Uh, and that was kind of it. If you were to go back and ask my parents with our nursery, I typically kept a very close finger on kind of the culture and the pulse of what was going on in greenhouse and nursery work, and the interest or the new products that were coming out. So I was the one that did the perennials and other things, and I read a lot. Back then, internet wasn't quite as big of a deal, so you had to read trade magazines. And I did research and talked to my customers, and then did a lot of kind of calculated thinking about what would be the next big thing for the plant world. And I hit a lot of those trends right on. So in the mid to late 90s, hosta were really big in the perennial world. So people were trying to collect all sorts of hosta. And I had hit that one. I knew that one was coming. So I picked hosta. I picked crocosmia. I picked a whole bunch of perennials. I picked them that same year that they would hit really big, which is great, because that first year, if you've got the perennial and people are looking for it, you get a higher price because there's a premium on it and they're harder to come by. And I hit that market with a lot of things. Pincushion flower. Scabiosa is the name for pincushion flower. So yeah, I hit scabiosa or pincushion flower on the nose when I was doing some of my research, and I had butterfly blue, and I don't remember what the pink was called. But I did a lot of that. I knew a lot of the trends that were coming, and I have always been fascinated with plants, and I knew that if I liked a variety and I thought a variety was neat, that my clients or my customers would also think that that is neat. And so fast forward to now, and we've got the glow in the dark petunia from Light Bio. Now, this is not a sponsored link. I'm not getting this plant free. I'm paying $54 to get this plant here, and it's a single petunia. But I think this is one of the next big trends. I think these glow-in-the-dark petunias are going to be very popular for probably 3 years, and then I think the market's going to fall off on them. Just like when there was the first white marigolds. So there was a contest in the 90s where some seed producers put out a bounty on white marigolds, and white is not a color that marigolds come in. So they challenged growers to find white marigold seed. And there was another bounty that was put out on yellow petunias. Petunias didn't used to come in yellow. They were all sorts of shades of blue, pink, purple. Then there was a contest to see who could figure out a black petunia. They're not any true black. They're just really, really dark purple. So I think this is going to be kind of the launching starting point of really engineering our gardens with very, very unique plants. And glowing in the dark is kind of the first one. Who knows? Who knows what the next thing could be? Maybe you have a pansy that smells like a rose, or you know, gosh, I don't even know. I don't even know where we could go. Oh, I know. Maybe you have blue roses. You know, roses don't come in blue. They come in pink, they come in white, they come in red, they come in dark purple. They don't come in blue. There are no blue ones. Things like sunflowers also don't come in blue. Strawberries don't come in blue. And you could see a change with that, where we're starting to grab genetics from other flowers and bringing them forth and giving us colors that we can't get right now. Speaking of one of those hard colors, I long ago purchased one of the, I think I got 25 corms of a delphinium. And I purchased the first batch of red delphinium that were released on the market. That was a poor financial decision. I missed a decimal point, and I ended up paying like 20 some bucks a root for them. And then I had all but like 4 of them die. Just poor quality material. I don't know that I've seen anybody offer red delphinium since. But red delphinium comes in white, pink, purple, but it never came in red, and someone figured out a way to breed a red one. But I think that's the next thing, is you're going to see colors of flowers that we haven't had before. So the glow in the dark, it's going to be the first thing. And I think as long as the breeders and the engineers can ensure that that genetic material is not going to escape, it's not going to transition to something else, that I think you're going to see a lot more of that in decorative ornamentals. Now with the petunias, it is kind of questionable. Now they had to prove that it couldn't skip from plant to plant, but if you look at petunias, petunias are in the nightshade family. And you could wiggle back a ways and try to find a series of nightshade plants that were closely genetically related enough to be able to start dragging that glow-in-the-dark gene into other things. But we want it to not skip to other things that are in the nightshade family, like potatoes and tomatoes. Now you can't currently breed those to petunias, but they're in the same family, so that means that at least some of the genetic material is similar there. But yeah, so today was kind of an exciting day to understand that in the next few days, this next video I'll be shooting, I'll be sitting in the dark and we'll be staring at a glowing plant. I know there's a few YouTube videos out there now, but I still want to see it myself. And this is definitely going to be, I'm going to make sure it never dies. So I'm going to make sure that I maintain that plant and keep it year after year. Petunias themselves can be a perennial if they're in the right environment, but this one I'm going to have to take great care in maintaining it, keeping it from thrips and whitefly and aphids, and the one I'm waiting for. My plant's going to be outside. The blossom of this petunia glows in the dark. And in our area, we have an insect called budworm, and they like to eat blossoms right as they're first coming out, which is when these petunias glow the best. So that's going to be interesting, and I've got a question on that, and gosh, since I know it's going to happen, maybe I'll be the first one on the internet to prove that budworm will glow in the dark after eating a glow-in-the-dark petunia. That's going to be an interesting video. Of course, now that I put it out there, it's going to be a challenge to see who can get it to happen first. But yeah, it'll happen. I don't think the budworm, I don't think they're moving around yet. I haven't seen any moths or butterflies. You know, I haven't even seen any cabbage butterflies come through. So we'll see those soon. But anyway, there's some thoughts there. The glow-in-the-dark petunia is coming soon, and we will have the video as soon as we can. So hope you learned something today. Ag Teacher Thoughts out.